Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Ab Daily News with your hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 193. What do you have in the minute, coach? But first of all, we're going to talk about Sean Monahan case. Secondly, recap game between the Montreal and the Calgary Flames. And then finally, Montreal Canadiens with the head coach, Martin Saint-Louis. It's all about win, win, and win. But before we talk about the first subject of the day, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show, and leave me a comment. I would love to hear what you think about this episode. And let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, is about Sean Monahan return in Calgary. He was drafted in 2013, 6th overall pick. He played 9 years with the Flame. He played 656 game, 212 goals, 250 assists for a total of 462 points. His average face-off, it was 50.5. Like I mentioned, he was drafted 6th overall pick in 2013. He has an amazing, great career with the Flame. He passed, guys, 1/3 of his life with the Flame. He grew up over there at 18 years old. He showed up with the Flame. He's really appreciated by the Flame fans. He did very good for them during his 9 years over there. He's a great teammate inside the locker room. Many players from the Flame talk about the way Monahan did in the last couple of years with the Flame inside the locker room or on the ice with them. Then Darryl Sutter talked, of course, about Sean Monahan. And one thing he said, look, talk about looking for the professional players with many area, with consistency and the leadership. This is Sean Monahan. He did everything with the Flame. He said, look, he show up every game. He work hard. He come to the practice early in the morning. He suffered for many years with his injury, and he never complained, and he tried to go through those pain, and he did never give up. At some point, he cannot sleep. At some point, he cannot sit on the plane for over 15 minutes. MEILLEUR talked about friend's situation where Monahan, he was suffering in the locker room. He did not complaining. And that's what Sean Monahan is, honestly. And he continues to do the same thing with the Montreal Canadiens. Whatsoever, he feels better. His health is coming back. Now, on the ice, he had 4 seasons of 30 goals with the Flame. He did very well. With the Montreal Canadiens now, guys, he has 16 points and 23 games. We like really what he does with the Montreal Canadiens. He continues performing. He got another 2 points against the Flame last night. But my biggest question is for you. I talked about him a couple of days ago. Should we trade him? But my question is for you, and leave me a comment. Do we keep or we trade Sean Monahan? This is the big question I ask for you guys today. And listen, the Montreal Canadiens should stay with the plan. And the plan is honestly rebuilding. The plan is to get another first-round pick for the NHL Draft 2023. My only concern about Sean Monahan is how much it will cost to keep him with the Montreal Canadiens. Over $5.5 million, guys, and over 5 years contract is too much. We're going to be maybe possibly back with the same situation with like Brendan Gallagher. Who knows, in the next 12 months, he have again another problem with his hip. We are rebuilding team. My thinking is about let's go to trade him, go get a first round pick, and we're going to maybe get 25th or 32 first round pick and targeting a goaltender, Barrett from Czechia. I can talk about this a little bit later in the next video, but I just want to share it with you, Sean Monahan, the return at home at the Saddle Dome. Great reception of the fans yesterday during the tribune of the video, and we'll see if Montreal is going to keep him or not. But again, I ask you, would you like to keep him, or would you prefer the Montreal trade Sean Monahan? This complete, guys, my first subject of the day. My second subject, guys, is a review game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Calgary Flames, and the final score. They did it again. They won by the score of 2-1 over the Calgary Flame. OMG, guys. It was out because of Jake Allen. Saved 45 of the 46 shots he faced yesterday against the Calgary Flame. It was unbelievable. It was the first star for the Montreal Canadiens. In my eyes, he's the only reason the the Montreal Canadiens get a W yesterday. Without him, we will lose this game. Then a lot of the last couple of games, Allen struggled a lot. But tonight, he showed exactly the Jake Allen we saw at the beginning of the season. Only reason the Montreal Canadiens beat the Calgary Flame. But you have other players show up yesterday. And the big one for me is Juraj Slavkovský. Scored at the beginning of the game, 13 seconds only. Scored his fourth of the year. But it was not about the goal I want to talk about. I want to talk about his game overall. He played first of all with Sean Monahan and Josh Anderson, and Slavkovský was everywhere. This was for me his best game this season. If he continues to play at that level, Montreal is going to have an amazing, great hockey player. He was engaged. It was the puck protection was excellent. He was physical around the corner. He was winning his battle, and he was always active with Monahan and Anderson. There was the best line on the ice yesterday against the Calgary Flame. Like I mentioned, Slavkovský played his best game with the Montreal Canadiens. We know the question is about, are the Montreal Canadiens going to returning him at the World Junior Championship, or are they going to keep him and not to send him with the team Slovakia? We talked about this a couple of days ago. And leave me a comments. Tell me what you think. Should Montreal keep or not Slavkovský during the World Junior Championship? And my next player I want to talk about is Sean Monahan. 2 points again yesterday. That gave him 16 points and 23 games with the Montreal Canadiens. 5 goals, 11 assists. Again, every winger play with. At the beginning of the season was Gerbidak. Then you got Hoffman. And then you got Anderson. Now you have Slavkovský. He made the player around him better since the beginning of the season. He has over 50% on face-off. He continues to performing. For me, it's all about his consistency since the beginning of the season. He's playing on the special team, power play, PK. He's really played a big role for the Montreal Canadiens. He is the best second center for the Montreal so far since the beginning of the season. And we cannot be more happier to have Sean Monahan. Like I just mentioned a couple of minutes ago, do we keep him or not? I don't know. But we have to be pleased with the performance of Sean Monahan. And what a comeback at home with 2 points and won again the Flame for the score 2-1. Great performance of Sean Monahan. Finally, my last player I want to talk about, guys, is Cole Caulfield. Goal-winning game and power play goal. Another one for him. Is 13th of the season. He did another milestone, 100 game in the NHL. With this goal yesterday, it was his 40 in his career in the NHL. What a performance. Again, Cole Caulfield continues to scoring like a machine. They are the 4 players making an impact for the Montreal Canadiens. Yesterday, again, the Calgary Flame. I don't want to go deep. I don't want to talk about analytics. I'm just happy to talk about this game because I think Montreal, sometimes you play great, you don't win the game. Sometimes you play average or bad, and you won those games. And this is a game where they should not win. Calgary Flame was better from the beginning to the end. Without Jake Allen, Montreal will lose definitely against the Flame. That's conclude, guys, my second subject of the day. My last subject, guys, is about Martin Saint-Louis. No thanks. No thank. I apologize. And you know what I'm talking about, right? What are you talking about, coach? And I don't want to start controversy. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago during the Habs Brunch, your Sunday rendezvous. By the way, I invite you to join us at 11 o'clock Eastern Time every Sunday. Talk about the fact, like Martin said, we coach to win. The question was, do you believe the Montreal Canadiens focus on the win of the culture of winning or on the development of the players? And I said, no, it's about winning. The way Martin Saint-Louis coach behind the bench is all about win, win, win. When the puck drop to the end, he tried to win. That's what he does behind the bench. Why you said that? Because I still believe, he developed the players during the practice only. That's what is really his main focus on the practice, is to make the team better, to make the player better. It's about the progression. It's about the process. It's about development. That's what he does. He stay after the practice when everybody leave. He stay with some different players. He continues to teaching, developing them from anybody in the team. It could be the rookies. It could be the veterans. That's what he does with the Montreal Canadiens. Not during the game. He does not do that. He tried to win. You can watch him. The number analytics telling me exactly what I'm talking about. It's about win, win, win. What are you talking about? But if you look about this guy, the TOI, the rookies, dropped a lot recently. One of the veterans players coming back. I'm talking about Madison now. I'm talking about Edmondson. The defenseman does not play like they was at the beginning of the season. Their TOI dropped a lot during the game. You have more the veteran players, Savard, Madison, or Edmondson play over 20 minutes. So the minute of Cooley, Harris, Kovacevic, or Jakai drop a lot. Sarkowski still play about over 10 to 11 minutes per game. Yesterday he played over 12 minutes, but he was playing on the second line with Monahan and Anderson. But my point to you guys is about Martin St. Louis during the game is just try to win. That's okay. But my question to you said, do you prefer Montreal Canadiens tank, but maybe only focusing on the development and let play the youngest players more TOI during the game? They have two kinds of philosophy. And that's for me right now. I feel like Martin St. Louis behind the bench is teaching, but his first priority is to try to win the game. And that's happening right now with Montreal Canadiens. The only player did not suffer a lot is Caden Coley. So it'll be interesting if what happening with him. By the way, he got hurt at the last minute of the game with a slap shot. But this concludes all my subject I have for you today. Here we go, guys. This concludes my another Ab Daily News of the day. We talk about Martin St. Louis win, the recap game, and then finally I'm talking about Sean Monahan return, come back at the Saddle Dome. Again, the Calgary Flame. 3 subjects. Hopefully you enjoy it. But before we leave, we invite you. Don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to Hockey Nation Show. Leave me a comments and please sharing. We're almost at about what? 54 subscribers to get to 6,000. We just want to say thank you. And we are really grateful and thankful for each one of you watch those videos day in, day out. I just enjoy to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. But we want to remind you one more thing. Of course, you have greatness inside of you. We wish you an amazing, blessing day, everybody.